Hey Broncos Nation, let's get straight to the point. The latest updates are stirring the hearts of all Denver Broncos fans. Get ready for an analysis of the changes shaking up our team and the expectations for what's to come. The NFL free agency period is always one of the most hectic and strategic times of the year for league franchises. Teams race against the clock to bolster their rosters, fill gaps, and in some cases, reconnect with familiar faces that could make a difference on the field. Last week, one of the stories that caught attention was the Denver Broncos' attempt to sign tight end Juwan Johnson from the New Orleans Saints, a move that seemed to align with head coach Sean Payton's interests, given his familiarity with Johnson from their time together in New Orleans. However, as often happens in the unpredictable world of the NFL, plans don't always go as expected. Johnson ended up re-signing with the Saints, leaving the Broncos empty-handed, at least for now. This article dives into the details of this move, analyzes the impact of the decisions made, and projects what the future might hold for the Denver Broncos in their quest for an elite tight end. Sean Payton, the Broncos' head coach, is known for his brilliant offensive mind and his emphasis on the tight end position in his schemes. During his successful years with the New Orleans Saints, Payton creatively utilized players like Jimmy, Graham, and Jeremy Shockey, turning them into key pieces for the offense's success. For Payton, a versatile tight end isn't just a blocker or a secondary receiver, but a multifaceted weapon that can disrupt opposing defenses. When Payton took over the Broncos in 2023, it was expected that he would look to strengthen the tight end position, which had been a weak spot on the roster. Juwan Johnson, who had previously played under Payton in New Orleans, emerged as a natural target. The prior connection between coach and player, combined with Johnson's recent growth, made him a coveted piece in the market. Juwan Johnson entered the NFL in 2020 as an undrafted free agent, a challenging path for any player, but one that requires even more resilience and talent to stand out. In his early years with the Saints, Johnson primarily served as a backup but showed flashes of potential that caught the coaching staff's attention. In 2024, Johnson had his best season in the league, recording 50 receptions for 548 yards and establishing himself as a reliable option in the Saints' offense. His ability to create separation, combined with his impressive physicality, 6'5", 242 lbs, made him a difficult matchup for opposing defenses. Additionally, his versatility to play both as a receiver and a blocker made him a valuable asset. Johnson's performance in 2024 didn't go unnoticed. He finished the season ranked 28th among 74 qualified tight ends by Pro Football Focus, PFF, a notable achievement for someone who started his career as an undrafted free agent. This growth made him one of the most sought-after names in free agency. Before free agency began, rumors suggested that the Denver Broncos would make a strong push to sign Juwan Johnson. The idea was to reunite the tight end with Sean Payton, who already knew his skills and would know how to maximize his potential in the Broncos' offense. The connection between the two seemed natural, and many analysts believed Johnson would be a key piece in Payton's plan to revitalize Denver's offense. However, things didn't go as planned. Johnson revealed on Monday that the Broncos were among the teams that tried to sign him, but he chose to re-sign with the New Orleans Saints on a 3-year, $75 million deal with $21.25 million guaranteed. Johnson's decision may have been influenced by several factors, including his familiarity with the Saints organization, the financial stability offered by the contract, and the opportunity to continue growing in a familiar environment. With Juwan Johnson off the table, the Denver Broncos quickly turned their attention to the next best available option on the market, Evan Engram. The two-time Pro Bowl tight end signed a 2-year, $23 million deal with the Broncos, including $16.5 million guaranteed. Engram is a talented and experienced player known for his ability to create big plays and be a reliable target in the passing game. In 2024, he recorded 68 receptions for 720 yards and 4 touchdowns, numbers that demonstrate his ability to impact the game. However, there are questions about whether he can fully fill the role Sean Payton envisioned for Juwan Johnson. Albert Breyer of Sports Illustrated noted that Engram is a good signing, but questioned if he's the X factor Payton had mentioned in previous interviews. Evan Engram was a solid pickup for the Denver Broncos, but I'm not sure he's the X factor Sean Payton was looking for, Breer wrote. The good news is that the draft is loaded with promising talent. However, I wonder if this increases the likelihood of the Broncos opting for a running back or wide receiver instead of another tight end. As free agency winds down, the Denver Broncos' focus now shifts to the NFL Draft, which takes place next month. The team has the opportunity to select one of the top talents available to bolster its offense, and the tight end position remains a priority. Names like Brock Bowers, Georgia, and Jatavian Sanders, Texas, are frequently mentioned as the top tight ends in the 2024 class. Bowers, in particular, is viewed as an elite prospect with the potential to become one of the best in the league within a few years. However, as Albert Breer pointed out, the Broncos may also choose to strengthen other positions, such as running back or wide receiver, depending on how the draft unfolds. The failed attempt to sign Juwan Johnson can be seen as a setback for the Denver Broncos, but also as an opportunity to rethink their strategy. Evan Engram is a talented player, but not necessarily the X factor Sean Payton was seeking. Still, his experience and recent production could help balance the Broncos' offense while the team explores other options in the draft or future market moves. The draft, on the other hand, offers new hope. With a talented tight end class and the possibility of selecting a young, promising player, the Broncos have a chance to build for the future. Additionally, the team could choose to strengthen other areas of the offense, such as the offensive line or the receiving corps, to ensure the quarterback has all the tools needed for success. The Denver Broncos' pursuit of an elite tight end reflects the importance Sean Payton places on the position in his offensive scheme. While the attempt to sign Juwan Johnson didn't pan out, the acquisition of Evan Engram and the opportunities presented by the draft keep hope alive for Broncos fans. In the NFL, free agency and the draft are just the beginning. The real test will come on the field, where the decisions made now will be put to the test. For the Denver Broncos, the 2024 season will be an opportunity to show that even with setbacks, the team is on the right path to becoming a competitive force in the league once again. Stay tuned for the latest news and updates on the Denver Broncos. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to get all the information firsthand and not miss any details.